She wasn't born into the spotlight, yet there was always a quiet intensity about her, a mix of elegance, intelligence, and emotional control that naturally held attention. Hazal Subaşı didn't rush into fame. She earned her place step by step, shaping a career defined by growth, depth, and deliberate choices. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Hazal Subaşı was born on May 2nd, 1996 in Izmir, Turkey. Her path in entertainment began not with acting, but with poise and presence. In 2015, she gained public attention after winning Miss Turkey Supranational, a moment that opened doors while also placing expectations on her shoulders. Instead of relying solely on beauty titles, Hazal made a clear decision to focus on craft, enrolling in acting training and committing herself to learning the demands of performance. Her acting debut came shortly after, but her breakthrough arrived with the drama Bir Umut Yeter, where she demonstrated emotional restraint and natural sincerity. Wider recognition followed with her role as Zara in Küker, a character that allowed her to explore vulnerability, strength, and moral conflict within a high-intensity narrative. Her performance stood out in a cast filled with strong personalities, proving she could hold her ground in complex ensemble projects. Rather than staying within one image, Hazal continued expanding her range. She took on darker, more psychologically layered roles in projects like Kasaba Doktoru and later Dilek, where she portrayed characters shaped by hardship, inner conflict, and resilience. Each role reflected a conscious step away from predictability and toward emotional depth. Hazal's career choices reveal intention. She favors scripts with substance, characters with internal struggle, and stories that demand transformation. This approach has allowed her to grow steadily rather than burn brightly and fade, a balance many actors struggle to maintain. Off-screen, her image blends sophistication with restraint. She's frequently featured in fashion campaigns and brand collaborations, admired for a style that feels refined rather than excessive. Whether on a red carpet or in everyday appearances, her confidence remains controlled and authentic. Her lifestyle mirrors that same discipline. Hazal values privacy, structure, and personal balance. While her relationships and personal life have occasionally drawn public curiosity, she remains selective about what she shares, consistently redirecting attention back to her work and artistic direction. By 2026, Hazal Subaşı has built a strong presence across Turkish television and digital platforms. With a growing international audience through streaming releases and a steadily rising social media influence, her estimated net worth reflects consistent acting work and carefully chosen endorsements, built gradually, not impulsively. What truly defines her journey is evolution. From beauty queen to serious actress, from supportive roles to emotionally demanding leads, Hazal Subaşı continues to refine her identity without rushing the process. She chooses progress over noise, depth over trends, and longevity over quick validation. As of 2026, Hazal Subaşı stands as a symbol of modern Turkish stardom, composed, intentional, and steadily rising. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something quietly striking about her, a rare mix of softness, intelligence, and screen presence that naturally drew attention. Alina Boz didn't simply step into Turkish entertainment. She built her place with patience and precision, transforming early promise into one of the most refined acting journeys of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Alina Boz was born on June 14, 1998, in Moscow, Russia, and later moved to Turkey at a young age. Growing up between cultures, she developed a unique perspective and emotional awareness that would later shape her performances. Long before major sets and leading roles, she was drawn to language, expression, and storytelling, studying acting while balancing education and early auditions. Her acting journey began with supporting roles in television series, gradually building experience and visibility. Early projects such as Caesar Hemsire and Paramparka introduced her to audiences, but it was her role as Hazal in Paramparka that marked her first major breakthrough. The performance showcased her ability to portray emotional conflict and vulnerability well beyond her age, earning critical attention and a growing fan base. Rather than being boxed into one image, Alina continued to expand her range. She took on leading roles in projects like Elemi Bayrakma, where she carried a long-running drama with emotional consistency, and later delivered darker, more complex performances in series such as Maraşlı and Biography Untold. Each role reflected a deliberate step forward, revealing an actress focused on depth rather than repetition. Alina's approach to acting is defined by selectivity. She chooses characters that challenge her psychologically and emotionally, often gravitating towards stories centered on identity, resilience, and inner transformation. This careful decision-making has allowed her to mature on screen while maintaining credibility with both audiences and industry professionals. Off-screen, Alina's public image blends elegance with restraint. She maintains a calm, composed presence, avoiding unnecessary exposure while remaining active in fashion and brand collaborations. Her refined style and international appeal have made her a frequent choice for high-profile campaigns, while her brand partnerships remain aligned with her understated image. Her lifestyle reflects balance and focus. She values privacy, personal growth, and creative preparation, often stepping back from the spotlight between projects. This measured pace supports long-term consistency rather than short-lived hype. Alina's influence continues to grow beyond Turkish television. With strong international viewership through global streaming platforms and a steadily expanding social media presence, she has become one of the most recognizable young faces in modern Turkish drama. Her estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from acting and endorsements, built gradually through strategic career choices. What truly sets her apart is emotional subtlety. She brings quiet intensity to her characters, allowing silence, expression, and restraint to speak as loudly as dialogue. That understated strength defines her performances and distinguishes her in a competitive industry. As of 2026, Alina Boz stands not only as a leading actress of her generation, but as a symbol of controlled growth, artistic discipline, and quiet confidence in modern entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.